The Himalayas feel like a different world, not just because of the sharp and raw peaks that reach unfathomable heights, not just because the landscape and climate seem to change after every bend, but because the air smells different, a weird combination of pure cleanliness, sand and juniper berries. It's because the ones who live there believe they are at the homes of gods, and those who are trekking in the mountains have often lived towards this moment for years. The energy that flows through the valleys and over the passes is greater than the sum of its parts. But the most famous trekkings like the Annapurna Circuit are also just that, a trekking, with tea houses catered to Western needs, advertising Wi-Fi and warm showers, with pizza on the menu and sometimes even Western toilets. Nevertheless, you will be stepping into a different world, starting in the jungle at lower altitude with small villages surrounded by rice fields and grain. Waterfalls create small rivers that will cross your path regularly, and age-old bridges made of stacked stones overgrown with moss still providing a way forward over the craggy terrain. And if you leave the beaten path, you'll find small settlements where life seems unaffected by modern times. After a couple of days, the continuously transforming trail brings you into the Manang Valley. While still rich in flora and fauna, the jungle has disappeared, and you're now walking through stunning high-altitude grasslands towards the high alpine tundra. You are on the doorstep of Himalayan giants like Gangapurna, Tilicho and several Annapurnas, whose snowy peaks are now constantly in sight, while you still walk through the sunny valley filled with blue sheep, goats and yak. But the moment the sun goes away or the wind picks up, it becomes blatantly clear the plateau is at over 3,500 meters or 11,000 foot. Temperatures easily drop to -17 Celsius or 0 degrees Fahrenheit in October, and you'll crave some warm food near a stove burning on dried yak dung before the sun's down. From here on, acclimatization becomes an important part of the trekking. Altitude sickness is serious, strikes at random and can put a quick end to the trekking. So try to sleep no more than 300 meters or 1,000 feet higher than the previous day. Luckily, the Annapurnas are jam-packed with amazing day hikes and possible side trips to mountain lakes and holy peaks with stupas and the well-known prayer flags. So there's always more to experience after you've reached your place to sleep. Settlements become rarer, electricity occasional, and sometimes the only things separating a place from centuries ago are the fake North Face jackets and Coca-Cola bottles. While walking through these mountains, we can truly feel small and alone in this massive landscape. But the tea houses are filled to the brim. It can feel like a rat race to secure a sleeping spot at the next place. The way to Tilicho Lake brings you in yet another terrain, one that feels like it's not for humans anymore. It feels desolate, nearly empty of life, and at times almost Martian or moon-like. You pass some treacherous landslide areas where the trail consists of loose rock at a 45-degree angle going all the way down to the river hundreds of meters below. And where the Manang Valley felt like the doorstep of the Great Mountains, you now feel surrounded by them, walking on their flanks and seemingly able to touch the tops even though they're still miles higher. The air becomes thinner here, making both ascending and descending a slower process, and regaining your breath after a burst of energy seems to take forever. After sleeping at Torongpedi, we go over the Thorongla Pass, which is the highest point of the trek at 5,416 meters, or 17,768 feet. Trekking in the Annapurnas has been incredible, because I was able to do this with my sister, because of both nature and culture, and it fueled my enthusiasm to go higher and further in the future.